Well, that brings us then next to what crazy thing did Citi do this week?
Right.
And
What's City up to?
Citi's not up to very much at
No?
all, really. I mean,
Ah,
like, what a crazy week it's been for credit card offers, and Citi has been nowhere to be found. But we'll talk more about that in a few minutes, I'm sure. But the crazy thing this week is not Citi at all, but rather Amex. So I've been noticing over the last couple of weeks that whenever I go to my promotions tab in my Gmail, and I mean like my personal Gmail, I get these advertisements, and a lot of times they're for credit cards, and I'm sure that's because I'm looking at credit card stuff all day long, and Google knows that. So I get lots of credit card advertisements, but I started noticing this card that I had never heard of, and it didn't even register the first couple of times. It should have, the fact that there was a credit card I haven't heard of, right? And it should have even more so because it was an Amex card. Like, I mean, what Amex card would I have not heard of? And
right.
after the, fifth or eighth or 12th time I'd seen it, I was like, what is this Amex Business Edge card? I've never heard of that before. So I click on it. And I was getting it like daily in my email, and I click through, and it tells me that there's like a 42,000 point welcome bonus. And I was like, 42,000 points. Like, what? When have we ever seen a welcome bonus that's for some odd number like that? I mean, it just doesn't happen, right? You don't ever see a card with a 42,000 point bonus. And I start looking at the earning structure and stuff.
It's sorry, it's a Hitchhiker's Guide fan who came up with that. The
Right,
answer is
right.
42.
Right, exactly. So, and then there's like 30,000 points when you spend 5,000, and then 3 points per. There were these different bonus categories and things. And I was like, what is this? And how have I never heard of this? Like, is this a brand new card? Am I going to write about this today and be the first person out? And then, of course, after I did a little bit more digging, and I noticed up in the top bar that there was an Aeroplan Reserve credit card in the top bar, I realized something was odd here. And sure enough, this Amex Business Edge card is not a card for Americans. It's a Canadian Amex card. Why Amex is advertising to people with a US IP address, I have no idea. But
Right.
I kept getting this advertisement. So that was crazy to me, the fact that they were advertising a card I can't get, especially when you consider the fact that this summer they were giving Canadians better value for cashing out their membership rewards points than the people here in the US. And then on top of all of that stuff, you got the fact that Aeroplan this week has announced these brand new credit cards. So you got this whole awesome looking credit card lineup, including an Amex card and including some TD Bank cards, and none of them are for us. What are they doing here? Why do they keep like dangling this stuff that we can't get to?
I don't know. I mean, this is crazy because they're spending, real cash in
Right,
advertising.
right.
Google doesn't display this stuff for free. So,
No.
yeah, I mean, maybe Google kind of looked out your window and saw a lot of snow and thought you
They're
were
like, he
probably in
must be from
Canada.
Canada. He must be. It's close enough. I mean, just keep walking through the woods for a few days, and you'll get there.
Right,
So,
right. So,
so
that's
yeah.
plausible.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the marketing team from Amex, and so I was gonna joke about how I'm confused by Amex's marketing team and why they're wasting money on that and not on something good for the rest of us here in the United States, place for advertising. But obviously, I would have been speaking too soon, because this week we're going to talk all about the fact that they decided to throw some of that marketing budget our way too. So